Our son has been here for 2 years. He came in 10th grade. He's now a junior. And the summer before he came to Fishburne, I brought him up here for an open house just to check things out. He wondered why we were coming up here, and I said, let's just look at it. We're having a little bit of an issue at the public school. There was 2,500 kids at that school and about a 30-to-1 ratio. And so we thought, let's just come up here and see what it's all about. And he came up, and at first he had his arms crossed and wasn't sure if he liked it. And he got to discussing with the director here what they had to offer. And before we got down to the stop sign, when we left here, he said, "Dad, I want to go here." Just that quick. So he liked the small atmosphere, all the sports that were offered, and what else?
The brotherhood.
Yeah.
He's an only child, and now he feels like he has over 100 brothers.
The differences that we have seen since Derek arrived is he's about twice as big. He's very muscular. He's grown up and grown out, but more importantly, from that, besides that, we have seen a tremendous boost in confidence. He can do anything. We saw a difference in him scholastically. Derek realizes how important it is for him to do well in school, and he is making better grades, even though he was making pretty good grades before. He takes it more seriously, and it's coming from his teachers. They stress the importance here of why you're here, not just what you're learning, but why you're learning it, and explain what to expect in college. And so with that coupled together, they understand why they're here.
Yeah, the biggest change has been his mannerisms, opening car doors, opening store doors, pushing in my chair, helping out in the kitchen, cleaning up. Different mannerisms, a lot of respect. The benefits of attending an all-male school versus a male-female school, a lot of concentration at this age is, on females. And they spend a lot of time focusing on them. And here that is gone. I mean, they can totally focus on their academics, how they can better themselves, and not have to think about, does this girl like me? Do I like her? Would I want to date her? That's gone when they get here. When they get home, of course, they think about that again. But while they're here, they can focus on what they need to do.
Yes, I think from a standpoint of public school versus a private school, all-male school, the distractions are not so great by coming to Fishburne, and they can focus on exactly why they're here. And they do have mixers where they get to go to dances so they can meet the other sex, and so they're not totally isolated up here, but during their classroom time they are. So and we like that. Yeah, I think from a standpoint of what our son is looking for coming out of here long-term wise, before he wasn't even thinking long-term, and he was just thinking about what's going to happen today and tomorrow. And now he speaks a lot of what college he wants to go to. It changes frequently. He can go from one school to the next. I think now it's the University of Florida. It was Annapolis, and still is. He's getting a growing list of colleges that he wants to go to. So he's focused on what can I do now to do the best I can to be able to go on to the next step in his life, which is college, of course, and enjoying himself while he's here as well.
And before he came to Fishburne, he talked about, well, maybe I'll just join the military when I get out of high school. He, wasn't planning college-wise, and then once he came up here, I mean, just like my husband said, that the list of colleges has grown. He's really focusing on, I want to go to college and then go into the military as an officer. So his his goals have changed tremendously since he's come to Fishburne.
I think our son, as far as the structure they have here at Fishburne, he is a lot more focused on the important things of life as opposed to just being scatterbrained and being a typical type of a teenager that we've all been. By being up here, he has some mentors and teachers that keep him focused on what he needs to be doing in his life, and still having a good time as well. They have a good time up here. The camaraderie is excellent, and we can see that in his attitude. When we see him every few weekends or after it's been a month and we haven't seen him, it's amazing the big difference that there's been just in that short amount of time for the positive.
And with the structure here, he's, they don't typically stray from it. So they get used to, in the morning I'm going to, have my study period, and then I'm going to have my classes, and then, after school, we do this, and then at night we have our, 2 hours of study time. And so they get used to that, and, it becomes habit. It's not, one day we do this and another day we do something different. And they know what to expect. They get used to it. And it's good for them to have these habits, because when they leave here, they will probably do the same thing in college, which will be great. That's what they need.
Yeah. I think from a standpoint of once Derek has moved on and graduated from here, he'll never forget the times that he had here. They have friendships that they acquire up here that they'll keep for the rest of their life.